Old man Woody likes the crooked cock.
I changed my mind. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Tucker, you've been playing some VR games. Tell me about this.
Yeah, I wanted to hear about that too.
Politics.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Because here's my thing. I remember when I wanted to get my first HD video player, and it was Blu-ray versus HD DVD. And I was weighing them, and it seemed like at the time that clearly Blu-ray was going to win, but HD DVD was so cheap and it was the same quality. It was like, maybe I could build a big collection of that. But that's stupid, of course, in the long run. So my question to you is, if I want to get into the VR gaming game, as it were, and I just want to buy once, you know what I mean? I want to. What you're saying, Woody, about buying nice instead of twice or some shit?
Yeah.
Buy it nice or buy it twice, right?
Thank you. Yeah, if I want to do that, and I want to get into VR gaming, both feet, and I don't mind spending $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever it costs. What do I want? What's the good thing to get? And
I got you, man. So I've tried all of the VR systems, even Oculus Touch, which is not going to be released until Q3 of this year. You follow the porn, dead ass honest. Happened with VHS, happened with Blu-ray. It's going to happen with this. You follow the porn and you go where the porn's being made. Now, if we're not going to joke about it, the Vive is every single thing is a different experience to the other. You can barely compare the Vive to the Oculus. You cannot compare the Vive to literally anything else, or the Oculus to almost anything else on the market. Gear VR, Google Cardboard, those are mobile solutions to VR, and those are like media consumption tools. Like if I want to watch a Twitch stream, pop in my cell phone to my Gear VR, and I'm watching a Twitch stream on the airplane, whatever. Fine. You're not playing games on that. I don't care who you are. But the Vive and the Oculus, those are the ones that are like the Xbox PS4. If you are going to buy any system within the next 6 to 10 months, it's going to be the Vive, and you are not even going to have a debate. And the reasons are simple. Vive does room scale support out of the box, which is, in my opinion...
It does scale. What?
Yeah, could you explain what that is?
What is
Sorry.
What's that all about?
So VR is, a lot of people think of it as a gimmick, like 3D. You put on some goggles and it changes the way you view content, and you're like, cool. And that's really what seated VR experience is. You feel like you're in the game, but you're stationary. They're made for you not to move around and just kind of look around. So it's cool. It's a nice novel experience, but room scale means that it basically maps your play space. The minimum is a 6 by 6 foot area, and the max is a 10 by 10 foot area. And it lets you interact with the virtual environment in that space. You can walk around it. You can, if you're playing a game, for example, like Hollow Point, which is you have a bow and arrow, and it's a wave-based game. You can jump around and dodge shit in that area. You're not static. You're not sitting down. You're interacting and moving around the area. And in the most simple terms I can put it, there is not a VR experience that I could give any shits about unless it's room scale. There are cool experiences that Oculus has, or that you can, strap on and watch Twitch, but room scale is like being a part of something, not bearing witness to it. It's the difference between interacting and just observing. It's just so unbelievably immersive that every single person, and we put probably 25 people, Sonia, my girlfriend, has a Vive as well as I do. We put probably 25 people into VR for the first time. Not a single person has gone, I kind of enjoyed it sitting down better. Like, I really wish they did more with this tech. Like, this tech is kind of underwhelming. Everybody, including my dad, who never has played games before, just loses their shit. Vive is that good. I don't think I can name one early adoption hardware that is out.
There's so much stuff like that. Like, people used to record sound on like wax discs in like the 1850s, and like they would have parties where we go there and it's like, watch while I crank this, Susan. And it's like, and I was like, oh my god, this is the fucking future. Recording tunes on wax. My god, like this is just the new thing. Like,
that's
in
interesting
20 years,
that we're living
just
in one.
Like now, people are gonna look back and be like, look how rudimentary that is.
It's five. Like it's not computational power. So the big thing is that Vive and Oculus, you need a gaming PC. You don't need a PC that plays games. You need a bitchin' $1,500, $2,000 gaming PC 980 graphics card. Like, that's what you need. But the biggest thing outside of that is just the lenses. Like, lens tech and screen tech, you've seen how cell phones went from 4 years ago. We got 720p screens. We're like, fuck yeah. Now it's like 4K or bust. Lens tech is the, it seems like the biggest thing that's the biggest drawback, because it does not take away from the experience at all. But when you first put it on, if you're trying to read text, you get this thing called a screen door effect, which it kind of looks like you're looking through a screen door. You can see the pixels, and it makes it hard to read text or anything
on
crisp.
Like stadium TVs too, because the pixels are too big.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly what it is. So if you're at a baseball game, you're looking at the jumbotron too close. So as soon as I get rid of that, like my stream output looks fucking great. It's 1080p. It looks crisp, but like my view,
you can see it a bit.
You can see it if you try.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
I've been writing down questions. Can you wear glasses under your VR goggles?
Not with the Oculus.
That's
yes,
a good
with the
question.
Vive. The Vive, we had 2 nights ago. We had a party. We just set up a whole
Taylor.
room for our VR. Yeah, that's a good present. Yeah. I don't wear glasses, but from all of the reviews that have come out, Oculus is uncomfortable to wear or unbearable to wear with glasses, depending on how big or thick rimmed those glasses are. Vive, you can adjust the distance between your eyes and the screen. So even if you have these Coke rim glasses, you can just put it on just fine. Or these big sunglasses, it's fine. So that's a good question, but the Vive's the only one that does that comfortably right now.
Does anyone want to go before me?
Yes. Okay, so we talked about like a $2,000 gaming PC.
Mm-hmm.
Does my experience change if I get a $3,000 gaming PC instead?
No. Currently.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now
Go.
I know that. So what is my total cost if you were to if I were to say to you, all right, put me a package together, I won't do that because that's troublesome. But if I were to say that to you and you were willing, what would the package include, ground up to get into the VR game and to play the coolest? And my next question is, what's the coolest thing to play on?
Yeah,
there? Like
I got you.
What really benefits from the VR tech?
All right, so ground up, assuming you have nothing, not even monitors, about $1,700. If you have monitors, keyboard, you have $1,700 for the computer alone. Sorry. If you have monitors and keyboard, $1,500. Sure. Vive is $800. Tax isn't included, so like $880 max. So we're looking at about $2,500 to $2,800 for what you're gonna want for the best possible experience. You can go bigger, you can go smaller, but I mean, and then to answer your question, what's cool? The reason I say that is because there's not really any AAA games that are gonna be like Crysis, right? There's not like a Crysis for the Vive yet that's going to be like pushing your computer to the fucking max. But the coolest games there's I find are a lot of arcade games, ones that I can hop into for like 15 minutes when I'm just like I'm waiting for a video to know.
Look, when I came in here originally, I had my like movie makeup on, and it's this scar. It's this pretty wicked scar that like goes up to my eyelash and like down my face because I'm like some sort of villain. And I'm going down this scary dark hallway that's completely unlit, and I see this black guy, and I'm kind of like worried about him, and I realize though that he's worried about me. He's like, "Hey man, everything cool?" And I'm like, "Yeah, everything's cool. Yeah." And I just keep on walking, and I'm like, "He was afraid of me. This scar's badass." I look super hardcore with the scar. I try to wear my glasses when I interact with normal people. But, like, everybody that sees me, they're, like, staring at my scar. I'm starting to feel, like, self-conscious about my fake scar. I'm, like, trying to hide it and, like, point my head away and stuff, worried somebody's going to see my fake fucking scar.
Fake scar, but real shame.
Yes! It absolutely is. I feel bad about it.
Is you're thinking that that guy was like, man, that dude is scary as fuck. What if it is L.A., just right around the corner of the hallway, some dude dressed up as, like, the alien for a shoot with just incredible makeup, and he was just like, God damn. And then he sees you, and he's, oh, hello, sir. Like,
back on the VR thing.
Back
on the VR thing. So hold on a second. Tucker, I've got this. I like entrepreneurs and always have. Is part of your motivation for doing the VR thing to like own the space while it's new? Like a lot of guys that got into YouTube in 2008 or got into Twitch in 2013 or something.
Yeah, 2011. Yeah, I
ended on that note. I love the wordplay.
That was the best shit I've ever heard.